Hello and welcome, Gary Miller here. Today I'm playing the same IZZET DRAKES deck as last time. We are taking it to the quick constructed mode and see how many wins we get. I'm not gonna get too much detail uh, how you should approach each matchup because I'm gonna talk about it during the games. But the basic idea is that we have lots of low mana cost spells which draw us cards, and we would like to cycle through the deck as fast as possible to find the Arclight Phoenixes, which we can reanimate from the graveyard basically every turn. And for another threat, because this would be a little bit light on threats, we added 4 Crackling Drakes, 2 Enigma Drakes. Uh, these synergize very well with the low cost spells because they can grow huge really fast. Uh, we got Goblin Electromancer for the same reason. This is a body on the board for if we play against aggro decks, and also helps us cycle through our deck really fast. Okay, so the sideboard doesn't matter because we are playing the quick constructed, so not gonna need it. And with that said, let's just get to the games. Alright, so this is actually the second game. I ended up losing the first one, so let's get started from this one. Really nice starting hand, definitely keeping it. Playing Opt on the first turn and Electromancer on the next, and if it survives on turn 3 we can throw half of our deck. So so that's what I'm looking to do. Opt is nice, but we don't really need it. More card draw, amazing. I'm not really worried about not hitting the third land just yet because we are looking to draw lots of cards next turn, so definitely looking to hit it now. Okay, so no land. Wow. Alright, we can see 3 more cards. And no land either, and definitely don't need any of those. And wow, couldn't find the land. That's in 6 cards. That's or 7 in 7 cards. That's that's weird. But on the other hand, if we ever get to find the lands, our Crackling Drakes and Enigma Drakes are gonna be huge, and we also have maximized velocity as well. So I'm not that worried, and it seems like we are up against Jeskai control. It's fine. Not the best matchup pre-sideboard, but definitely a winnable one. So we found our land, that's nice. We can throw a lot of cards. I think I want both of those. The question is in what order, and it doesn't really matter, we can just draw both of them this turn. Maybe the Crackling Drake I threw away because I'm looking for Phoenixes, and we found one, so that's nice. So the question is, next turn, do we go for the Crackling Drake, do we go for the Phoenix? Interesting decision. So he has 4 mana. That could mean a lot of things. 2 white mana up as well. So we can go for reanimating the Phoenix, throwing it away with Radical Idea and drawing a lot of cards. Or just play the Crackling Drake. Yeah, I went with the Crackling Drake. You could argue that that was not the correct play, but we can just go for the reanimating Phoenix next turn. drawing lots of cards and hopefully drawing into some other big threat. So he used the Deafening Clarion on one Electromancer, that's interesting. We don't really need him anymore, so it's not that big of a problem. And we do another Crackling Drake. That's nice. We can give it maximized velocity, and I think that's lethal. So let's hope he minuses. Oh, well, nice. So he minuses Teferi, so he doesn't have any mana to stop what's coming. And that's exactly lethal, but we also have a shock in hand if needed. Wow, so we got a little bit lucky there. I'm not 100% confident I made the correct choices, but it worked out. We got to cycle through our deck really fast, so that certainly helped. Alright, on to the next one. Definitely a keepable hand. Three lands, not too many card draws, but Arclight Phoenix and Crackling Drake, so it should be fine. So we don't know what we are up against just yet. And the reason I decided to Lava Coil the elf, which could be a strange choice, is because our opponent didn't play anything and just went to attack with the elf. So I was thinking that he probably has a pretty bad hand, or like larger creatures, and maybe this just messes with his curve. So that's why I decided to do it, and it's possibly what happened since he hasn't played anything. Okay, so now he will have lots of lands. So Tormenting Voice is interesting. I think I kind of want to keep it because we don't have too many ways to draw cards and reanimate the Phoenix. We drew lots of land, so definitely a nice pickup and more lands. But going for the Crackling Drake for now is better, and then next turn we play lots of spells, make the Crackling Drake bigger, and possibly reanimate the Phoenix, and go from there. Alright, so opponent more ramping, he's ramping, but we don't know into what. So we can possibly reanimate two Phoenixes this turn. We just need to draw a 1 mana cost spell. We didn't, so we can't reanimate it this turn, but hopefully next turn we can. We just need to draw any spell with Discovery, and then we will have two Phoenixes on the board. Alright, so that's what he was ramping into. So the question is, do we care about that, or do we just attack face? Can he one turn kill us in return? I don't think so. Opt is nice. Crackling Drake could be nice as well. So So this turn we are reanimating 2 phoenixes, and I'm just going to attack, I think. Nice, a shock. More damage. So we are doing 13 this turn. Do we leave anything back? I don't know. I don't think we have to. Let's just go for the pretty sure lethal next turn. Okay, so opponent concedes. Alright, so sadly we can't keep this hand. We need more lands. This is keepable, although it's a pretty terrible hand. But I don't want to mulligan to 5 with Charter Course and 2 lands, and maybe we can have a use for the 2 maximize velocities. So it seems like some Forosvini deck. Yeah, I'm gonna shock that guy next turn, even though that means we can't play Electromancer, can't play Charter Course. I'm just playing Steam Vents and shocking that guy. Don't want him to mentor the Hunted Witness. Yeah. Just looking to slow down his aggression for now. We draw a land. That's really nice because we can also chart the course with the Electromancer. Or we don't. Yeah, that was a misplay by me. I looked it over at the time. We got lucky. We drew the land again. So we could play the Crackling Drake, and our opponent can't attack. True Fire Captain. That's an annoying one. But I don't really care about it just yet. We can trade with it if we have to. But for now I'm just looking to throw cards. The question is, do we throw away a land or maximize velocity? I'm fine to throwing away land. We got all of our spells are 1 mana cost now. Do we reanimate the Phoenix this turn? Yeah, we certainly can. With playing maximize velocity. And then maximize velocity again, but I decided not to. Yeah, I made some interesting decisions at the time. I'm not quite sure. Maybe we didn't need it just yet. So it certainly could be lethal, easy lethal next turn. Maybe that's what I was thinking. That just I should just go for the easy lethal next turn. I mean, not easy lethal, but possible lethal with the 2 maximized velocities on the Crackling Drake, or even 3 or 4. Yeah, 4 maximized velocities on the Drake and reanimating the Arclight Phoenix. This should be lethal with the opt, right? If I'm counting correctly, even without the opt, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter what we draw. So yeah, definitely an interesting play, but if he doesn't have a lightning strike or something for the or a shock for the Phoenix, it should be lethal. Yeah, it's even lethal now. Yeah, yeah. An interesting play. Yeah, so one of the more unconventional ways how you can get lethal with this deck. It was some very interesting line to play, but it worked out very nicely. Okay, definitely keepable hand. Not the best, but certainly playable. We're looking to opt is nice, so we can opt the first turn, discovery the second turn, and into a Enigma Drake and into a Crackling Drake, and then we can look to reanimate Phoenixes. That's the game plan for now. Uh, that's a pretty strong game plan to start with. So what we need for that is land. Now that we do Electromancer, we can play that instead of Discovery. And if we don't draw land, next turn we can go for the Discovery and crash through and just see 4 or 5 cards next turn. Um, and hopefully pick up land. So we can go with the Charter Course, discard the Phoenix. Uh, that was a mistake, but I can reanimate it with the cards I have. Yeah, I should have waited one more before I played the mountain, because now I have had to use Electromancer for reanimating the Phoenix instead this of using Discovery with playing the Sulfur Falls if I would have waited. So definitely have to look out for these slight mistakes. Uh, I played this deck a lot, and sometimes I still make these because there's lots of other things to pay attention to. So really strong turn 2, and he decides to take care of the Phoenix. That's more than fine. And okay, so Slime Foot could be a problem. Uh, we don't really have an answer for it just yet. Now the question is, what do we do here? Do we reanimate the Phoenix or we go for the Crackling Drake? Here, since we got Electromancer in play, I'm going for reanimating the Phoenix. Shock is nice, but the only reason I'm gonna pick it up is because we have to make sure we have 3 spells, and this way we can. But what to shock is interesting. So do I want to shock one of the elves or just one of the saplings so that it can trade with the Electromancer? But on the other hand, I don't mind if he trades with all of it with the Electromancer, even though I know that because of Slime Foot it heals him and deals damage to me. So it's not a good trade for me, definitely not. If he triple blocks the Electromancer, but I don't really need my Electromancer anymore since we got 2 Drakes and no spells in hand. Uh, and I don't really have any good way of dealing with the slime foot anyway, so he could just attack my face with those. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This definitely was not a valuable trade for us, but on the other hand, I I don't see any other decent option. Yeah, we could have just left the Electromancer back defending and do nothing with it. Uh, sure, but then we are taking lots of return damage from the sufferings every turn, possibly, and it does the same anyway if I decide to block it, and if he has ways of buffing those sufferings or just gaining City's Blessing with them, like with like for this guy Twilight Prophet, could be a problem. So that's why I decided to do to go for the attack. Yeah. So it seems like we have lethal, so it worked out because we beacon bought that dude, and then that's exactly lethal. So it worked out nicely. Yeah, just let me know what you guys think. I think this was a decent uh, line of playing. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. Okay, so uh, sadly we can't keep this. Yeah, this hand is not great either, but we only have red spells in hand, uh, so we can keep it. Look for the blue land, which we got for the first try. That's always nice, and yeah, just go from there. Definitely looking to draw some cards next turn. Okay, so I guess we are losing the Drake. Could be problematic, but hey, it happens. We got only one card draw spell in hand as well, so definitely not that strong of a hand. And the Electromancer doesn't do too much either. So definitely looking to Thief of Sanity, that's nice. But I'm not sure why he played it, since he knows exactly that we have an answer for that. Now the question is, what do we do first? Do I want to trade my Electromancer for it? Not really. Just gonna draw a card first and then shock. And no reason to play any other spells this turn because we don't have any phoenixes in the graveyard. So just pass the turn. Hopefully we can pick up a decent card. That's a decent card, but I'm going to attack first because I don't want to discard anything. I want to fill our hand with some good card drawing stuff. So Enigma Drake is nice. We don't need the 6 land. And yeah, pass the turn. Our Enigma Drake can trade with Doom Whisperer. Our Goblin Electromancer can with Lava Coil. Uh, which one do I prefer? Neither, to be honest. But on the other hand, uh, I don't see another way of dealing with it. We have Warlord's Fury in our deck, which gives our creatures first strike. But we only play 2 of those, and I'm not sure I want to wait around for that. I would like to put pressure on our opponent and just go with the Enigma Drake, use maximize velocity, give it haste, so it's gonna be a 6/4, and just offer up the trade and let our opponent decide what he wants to do. So I can definitely go to just play the Enigma Drake, play a land, attack with the Electromancer, and hope he blocks. But he knows that that I have Lava Coil in hand since I have it from the beginning. So I don't think he's gonna be stupid enough to block. And I don't want to waste a turn trying it. And well, that's interesting. I don't think that was the correct play by our opponent, that he decided not to block. Yeah, even with Ritual of Suit, I'm not sure. I can understand, and that's definitely not the correct play, because now he can't come to attack, because we have maximized velocity in hand and he knows that we have it, because we can jumpstart it, so any Drake I draw is lethal. Our opponent is playing extremely risky. It's like any Drake we draw is lethal. Yeah, and we play 4 Arclight Phoenixes, which is really close to lethal. So this is definitely a don't try this at home category. What our opponent does, it's way too risky. Hello, I'm ZongSong18 and welcome to Jackass! Or something, I don't know. Amurdego, interesting. Alright, so I guess we are not playing Drakes. So which one does he choose? Arclight Phoenixes or the Crackling Drakes? He chose the Crackling Drakes, all 4 of them. But still, yeah, we played 2 Enigma Drakes, so I don't think we have any more Enigma Drakes in the deck, but we have 4 more Phoenixes, which we can draw into. Yeah, seems like our opponent didn't get punished for his reckless plays. At this point, even drawing a shock would be nice, just to kill the Doom Whisperer. Another Lava Coil, so I guess we are not dead yet. He has a counter spell. We are. Well, let's see. Still, we can get our Arclight Phoenixes, which can be lethal. But it seems like we are drawing all the lands in the deck, so that's not good. Oh, that's an Arclight Phoenix. That's nice. I don't really want to use maximize velocity, even though it puts him to 2 HP. I'm not using it. Adverse Reborn, that's fine. We can look to reanimate it, hopefully. That's a nice pickup. And that's a nice pickup. But we don't have any creatures on the board, so we have to find the spell. and Tormenting Voice is a spell, so that should be lethal. Let's see, our opponent has an answer. It seems like he doesn't. So yeah, I think yeah, well, we got there. That was a really interesting game. I think our opponent made huge mistakes. Uh, I don't think I did. Uh, he definitely shouldn't have surveilled that much with Doom Whisperer. He, he his attacks were well, they were not punished because I got really unlucky with the cards, but that was really unsafe by him. I guess you have to risk it at some point, but I think Dimir controls are just not too great right now, to be honest. Especially not against us. Even this Amordego version, which is I think one of the stronger ones, maybe after sideboards, but in best of ones, Dimir controls are just I don't think they're just too good of a deck, to be honest. I've tried it myself and it feels nice when it works, but most of the time it will not, to be honest. There are some versions of it which I've seen which could work, like these crazy quasi-duplicate versions and stuff, which are really fun, but most of the time, uh, yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, so let's just talk about this one. So we've got a pretty nice hand, and seems like we're up against Golgari mid-range. So looking to play Electromancer this turn. If it survives, the question is, do we start to cycle through our decks or just play the Enigma Drake? I think Enigma Drake is fine for now. Let's put something on the board that our opponent has to worry about. And the reason I didn't attack because I'm 90% sure he wasn't gonna double block with the elves, but I really need the Electromancer alive for now. So let's just draw some cards. The reason I didn't attack first because we got so many lands. I'm happy to throw them away. So Radical Idea and Opt. Doesn't need those, we need Crackling Drakes and Phoenixes. A Lava Coil is definitely a really nice pickup because we can kill the Wild Growth Walker before it gets really big. Yeah, I used Opt first because if we find the Phoenix, I might play that instead of Lava Coiling the Wild Growth Walker, but it's nice. So that's a huge Enigma Drake, and our opponent says he's seen enough. Like, to be honest, well, I don't see what's in his hand, but from a Golgari deck, that's pretty premature. He should have at least 10 ways to deal with that Drake in his deck, so a little bit premature, but certainly a pretty strong start from us, which is hard to handle for sure. But I'm not complaining, I take it for sure. 3 wins are always nice. So final boss time, and we have only lost 1 game so far, so it's looking good. Keepable hand, some card draws, some removal. Looking to draw into some threats, and Wild Ghost Walker, I think we want to Lava Coil before we do anything else. I don't want it to get huge and just run away with the game. I also don't want him to heal, so this is the plan for now. So next turn we can go for Chart the Course and then maybe shock the Branch Walker if we want to. But first let's see what we draw. More lands, alright. We can throw away one of those. And yeah, I don't see anything better than just shocking the Branch Walker. Let's just wait for his turn, see if he plays anything. We can even take the 2 damage if we want to. But our opponent was kind enough to play something else before combat, so I'm okay to just shock this guy now and keep the board clean. So I guess let's draw some more cards. Hopefully drawing into something nice. I think Chart to Course is fine. Opt is fine as well. Go first, we don't need the land. And what do we have guessed? More lands. I don't think I want to pay 2 life for the Steam Vents to just for playing Crash 2 this turn. We certainly can. Our opponent is not threatening to kill us. But yeah, the reason this might have not been the best play is because we can't reanimate the Phoenix this turn anyway. But we certainly can next turn. Throwing it away with Tormenting Voice. Just throwing more cards. So I think that's the correct play here. I don't want to hardcast it, to be honest. And that's a really nice pickup. Yeah, it seems like we are giving, I mean, shocking the Branch Walker and reanimating 1 Phoenix this turn. We could have went with Maximize Velocity into Maximize Velocity on the Branch Walker to reanimate 2 Phoenixes this turn, but I mean, we can just go for Maximize Velocity and stuff like that next turn. I really don't want to waste those on that. Yeah. Raska. Okay, so he pluses the Raska. Yeah, we can kill the Raska this turn. Easily. I mean, not easily, we have to give Maximize Velocity twice to the Phoenix. Is that the correct play though? Well, it's lucky we find the shock, so we don't have to use double Maximize Velocity to kill it. That's certainly nice. So we can just kill it easily. And no reason to play the land just yet. We might have to throw that away. It's only for 2 creatures, sure. Go for it. I can beacon ball these only if you want to. That seems like a good target, because I don't want him to heal. But with Crackling Drake this should be just easy lethal now. With the Maximize Velocity, yeah, for sure. Alright, so 7 wins again. Nice. Definitely some really close games, but I mean I really like this deck, and you guys think that, oh, I just upload all the 7 wins I do. I mean, I really don't play this game that much, to be honest. I play like one of these constructed events, and usually I get to 7 wins with this deck. Yeah, sometimes you get unlucky, and sometimes I do end up into 3 wins, but most of the times I can easily get to 7 wins. So yeah, I would recommend you try it out, and if you have enjoyed, please leave a like, leave some feedback. Uh, I appreciate those, and see you next time.